Hello, I'm Diggy Cat, mastermind behind Vufcup.
All right. Can you tell me the origin of the band? Like, what's the story behind Vufcup?
Well,
From your perspective.
A long time ago, these two stars collided, and then they exploded, and then those little explosions went into the ears of this one cat that was here on Earth, and he was called Diggy, and then he just created Vufcup. He became this conscious entity.
Leah and Bianca and I used to be in a band together called the Mercury Mars Unit about 10 years ago. Around the same time, Kayla entered the realm, and we've been incorporating her into the band ever since.
I got into the band unofficially when Diggy Cat asked me a while back if I wanted to have any part of any of the songs, backup vocals, harmonies, stuff like that, and I said, yeah, that sounds like fun.
So who's the other members of the band besides Diggy Cat?
There's Jimmy Two Cats.
Jimmy Two Cats, we found in a wanted ad. The visions for this album, it's the complete opposite of Energy. Energy was kind of a fun album. Springtime, the windows are open, slight breezes coming in, and it's a new beginning. Where with the new album is like a thunderstorm at midnight, rain pouring down, crashing. You hear what sounds like the sides of your house being ripped off by the wind. That's the vision for the new album.
The general feeling and tone of the album, there is no answer to that question. There is no answer to that question.
The thoughts, the feel of the overall album? Halloween.
I was really blown away because Kitty, or Diggy, I call him Kitty, but he, everything he's brought me has always been so beautiful, like almost like an orchestra. It never sounded like it was just going to be acoustic or it was just going to be electric and drums. It always sounded like an orchestra, and in my mind, I always see that and hear that whenever he brings things to me. But then when he brought the songs for this album, I mean, I'm so in love with it, which is why, I think that this album has become a friend of mine, because it got me out of bed when I was in pain. It pushed me so hard because I truly love the album. But when Kitty brought all of these new songs, I couldn't stop listening, and I still can't stop listening to some of them. They're so cool, and it has nothing to do with me. It's all him.
I came up with the title of the album.
Oh, I actually don't remember how that happened.
Secrets from the Box Desk. It was right after I wrote the song Box Desk.
But I mean, because it's so funny because we had so many different ideas and stuff. I remember talking about Mary Shelley, the whole Frankenstein thing.
This album is much like a box desk. You have your drawers, you have your compartments, and then you also have your hidden compartments. So while listening to each song, it's kind of like going through that compartment and seeing what you get from it, seeing what's in there, seeing if it benefits you.
Can you tell me a little bit about the songwriting process that you guys go through?
It's so much fun because it's like once we get going on a song, it's not so much like the chords, the written things, it's like the energy, and we're able to speak to each other in energy, and I see colors and I see music in colors, and I feel like, I'm able to just do that, and then Diggy's able to just, respond like that. So it's a real energetic thing, writing songs together. It's so cool because it's not just like, sitting there and I mean, it's awesome to write poetry, but when I'm writing with Diggy, it's completely different because it's like it's its own entity. The songs become their own entity.
Bianca's brought in two songs that really demonstrate her Gemini traits because they couldn't be more different from each other. V is for and Stitches. Kayla Ludi wrote a song called Speed Up or Slow Down that's on the album.
There's been a lot of times where we've written songs and I started to cry even though I'm helping make the story up, and it just brings me to tears. So I think that our music and us writing together has its own entity, another friend of mine. because a lot of the songs are so sad, and I feel like that definitely reflects where I was personally. But then some of the other songs are really intense, and that's also where I was sometimes. Where sometimes I would break through it and I'd get the strength and I'd keep going, but then other times I would completely collapse. And I feel like the album reflects all of those emotions.
Favorite songs? I gotta say, I'm most pleased with the outcome of Wake the Dreamer, because that really stretched us beyond what could have been beyond our realms, our means. So we made it just in time for that.
Tapping Into It is my absolute favorite because that's the one that I really feel is going to help everybody evolve. So make sure that you listen to Tapping Into It, but listen to it more than once. Put it on with headphones, close your eyes, because there's a whole other story behind it. You can't just listen to it on, in your car or on the computer. You have to put headphones on. Trust me.
And Win or Lose, because I wanted to write a folk song, but that was also very atmospheric. And then whatever song is in between those. What makes this different, an improvement from the last album, is just different mixing techniques, different editing techniques, different mastering techniques.
I don't think there's any improvements because the last album was amazing and this one is too. I can't it's like choosing between two friends. You can't really do that.
As well as really stretching ourselves as musicians and singers and songwriters.
But I think that there is difference. I think that Energy was almost like a preparation for this next album.
I think what's coming up next for the band is unknown in a mysterious way.
We can go anywhere, and I think that the band, I'm really excited because I feel like we're so weird, but we're so dedicated, so anything can come from us.
We're very excited about the fans finally being able to listen to the album. There's a lot more planned. There's always a lot more planned. I'm very excited to finally get it out, and I can't wait for everyone else to listen to it. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. I'm sure it's going to be an experience. So, listen, experience, enjoy.
Can you tell me what each member brings to the band musically and personality-wise? Like, who's the funniest, who's the most serious, who has the weirdest ideas, etc.?
Okay, well, I'm definitely the weirdest.
Bianx brings a lot of fun, a lot of enthusiasm.
I'd say Kitty is the mastermind. I would say he's the funniest too because he's so much quicker than I am.
Jimmy Two Cats brings an intensity.
Jimmy is the quietest.
He brings a subtleness. He's like a subtle machine.
I have yet to really have a full conversation, but I'm so happy that I get to jam with him. Jimmy, you're cool, dude. I'm not saying I don't want to talk to you. I'm just saying it's cool that we, jam.
He comes in and he pounds it out and leaves.
Anything else you'd like to say about the band, about the album, about anything else?
Yeah, I want to say that if you're struggling through mental illness, through physical illness, through loss, through grief, through anything like that, and you can't find a way to get out of it, that's okay. Do your best and just keep going with what you love, because it doesn't matter about the outcome, it's just about what you're doing. So do what you love. It doesn't matter how skilled you are, it doesn't matter who's supporting you and who's not. Just do what's inside of your heart and do what you love.
Thanks, Bianx.